Hey guys, it's Crazy Pickle with another Skyforge tutorial for the first distortion of the Fighter Knight. I will go over each boss's ability and then I will jump straight to the strategy. Alright guys, let's get started. First ability, Spikes. Boss creates long area over the ground in which significant number of thorns will grow, inflicts a lot of damage and poisoning all players who hit by this attack. They can appear in front, behind, to the left or to the right of the boss, so pay close attention. Next ability, Unstable Triffids. Summons one or more Triffids that lock onto a random player and begin chasing them around the arena. If they collide with that player or another player runs into the Triffid will explode and cause a significant amount of damage to everyone in 7 meters around the explosion. Next ability is Dangerous Rebirth. During the phase, boss returns to the center of the arena and goes underground. When he resurfaces, he has a shield applied, which must be destroyed to obtain a God Spark. All players should be close to boss during this phase, and all players should remember to watch their backs. Note, this ability boss uses at 80%, 40% and 15% of his health or by time. And the last ability is the Green Rage. During the phase of Dangerous Rebirth, boss chooses a random player and begins to chase them. If boss catches the player, they are knocked down and receive a great amount of damage. During this phase also boss releases many small thorn tornadoes that fly apart and periodically increase in size, inflicting damage to all who are hit by it. Now let's talk about strategy, which is very simple. Right from the beginning, drop boss's health to 80%. I suggest do not use Biotrap on Alchemist if your team is strong enough to do that. Save it for a God phase. So as an Alch, use Shower Steams, as a Lightbinder use Blessing and Flood or Macavan's Guard and Blessing, and as a Soundwaver use just Rhythm of Strength, or if you think that you will have enough time for the cooldown, you can use the ultimate ability from the beginning. So you should be fine to bring boss's health to 80% or close. Pay attention to the red arrow when it appears on a random player, which means that there is a Triffid coming your way. Go towards the Triffid first and then kite it around until it will explode. This is the most important part, not to bring Triffid to the group, because I noticed most of the wipes happens because of the Triffids. At 80% health, boss goes back to the middle, goes underground, comes back with a shield. During shield phase, everyone needs to be close to the middle because rest of the arena will be covered with poison. Simply break the shield. Having Berserker or Revenant with the damage to shield weapon to break it faster might help. But again, it depends on how strong your team is. If your team is strong enough, you may not need damage to shield weapon on those classes. When you broke the shield, a signed person takes the God Spark. First thing, as a god, kill 1 or 2 groups of Triffids, then switch to Alchemist, Elerium 9 talent, of course the requirement, and call for buffs when you're ready. Use God's Army, Biotrap, Shower, and if you have Demon Alch weapon, use Terminal and then Stimulants. If Lightbinder has upgraded Macavan's Guard, drop it to the ground next to the god. Use Blessing and Ultimate after that. Soundwaver using just ultimate ability, but make sure that some amplifiers dropped on the boss and god needs to stand on amplifier's aura. With this, you can bring boss's health straight to the next shield phase, which will be at 40% health. If you couldn't make it to 40% during first god phase, do your best to survive, keep an eye on Triffids and bring down boss's health to 40% as soon as possible to get to the next shield phase. Do the same thing as the first shield phase, and next assigned person takes a spark, and do the same thing as the first god. Just follow mechanics as best as you can and everything should be fine. So yeah guys, that's all for this tutorial. Main part is do not bring Triffids to the group, kill Triffids during god phase, and again, it's all about strength of your team and following mechanics. If your team's not strong enough and not following mechanics, it's gonna be really tough to complete or pretty much impossible. Adjust the buffs when and which buffs you're using, considering cooldown of abilities as well. Practice, 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 and you will succeed. Also guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet and activate notification. You can follow me on Twitter and join my Discord server. All links in the description. Until the next time, take care.
Reaching for the stars, traveling so far.